Happy 2025. 2025. Yeah, that's right. 2025. Anyway, I hope you guys have had a great New Year's Eve. I'm still watching fireworks on TV. I've been out and about with some friends and we went, we've had a good night. It's been a really fun night. And I just wanted to tell each of you Happy New Year. I know it's very late. Most people are asleep, but that's okay. I'm still up. I'm a night owl. And this year has been a really cool year for many of us. For me personally, I was in Scientology for 30 years, as most of you know, and I escaped out in 2000 and have been speaking out ever since. And there's other people that have been speaking out helping me, and that's been great. And this year, 2024, arrived the live streamers, and it was really fun for me to meet them and get to know them. Hey, hi, Irish, Irish, and Marla and Cricket. Hi, Happy New Year. I know. Thank you very much. Thank you, Cricket. Anyway, it's been a great year getting to know all you guys here on YouTube, and the live stream thing has been brand new for me. I never had that before. So it's just been a really, really fun year. I know there's been a lot of heavy stuff that's gone down, but the live streamers, don't worry about it, Cricket. She's saying sorry about her bad spelling. Don't worry about it. It's I understand, no sleep. Um and Happy New Year to each one of you. I'm going to keep this really short. I just wanted to wish you Happy New Year's, Happy 2025, and say thank you to everyone who has stood up, spoken out about Scientology, helped expose the abuses of the Church of Scientology. And the live streamers have been fabulous. All of you who've supported me, I can't thank you enough. And hi, Cheryl. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. Glad you were letting everyone know who you are and keeping up with the cult. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I've been around for a while. I've made over 1,000 videos. This was before live streaming. I just was making videos. And the ironic thing, I've told you guys this, but hi, Sophie. Happy New Year. I'm watching all the fireworks from around the world on TV. It's fantastic. Um, but um, I forgot what I was saying. I saw the fireworks and saw Sophie and went, because I just missed. Here's Bangkok. They're showing Bangkok. Some of these fireworks things are just amazing on TV. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Irish Mart. Hi, Hannah. Happy New Year to you too. Thank you. Thank you guys for coming on. It's surprising. I didn't think anybody'd come on. I was just going to wish you a Happy New Year and figure you'd wake up tomorrow and see it. But anyway, it's been a fun year. It's been a great year. Sophie, you've been terrific helping me and love it. And all of you supporting me, I really appreciate it. And it means a lot. It really does. I mean, every one of the Church of Scientology windows has been closed on for a year. And that's because of the live streamers with their cameras. That's it. Danny, hi. Happy New Year. Oh, I'm so happy I met all of you. I mean, I just, you're dear to my heart. They're really cool people. It's been a really fun year to get to know all of you. And some of them, like I finally got to meet Sophie in person. That was really fun. We were like sisters immediately. It was really cool. Peaceful, peaceful. Is it peaceful drama? I can't quite read that. Scientology has an event tomorrow, 1 to 5. Good to know. Well, I probably won't be at it, but other people probably will. I've got other stuff I have to do tomorrow, and it's nothing to do with Scientology or anything, but it's my like just life stuff I have to do. So that's what I'm going to do. So there you go. And that'll be today, January 1st. All right, Sophie. And we love that you're streaming, Tori. I know. I love it too. I really do. It's very fun. It's very different. It's been wonderful getting to meet each of you. Dan Walks told me. Oh, he told you about the event coming up. Okay. Queen Tori, that's right. I don't have on my crown tonight. Wishing everyone a beautiful new year. Exactly. Happy, happy new year. This is going to be a very cool new year for all of us. I really think so. Hey, hi Dee. How are you? Happy New Year. I'm just saying how much I love all of you guys. It's so wonderful getting to know you and being able to pop on and see you. Wow, these fireworks are awesome. Where is this? Some of these places I've never even heard of. It's amazing. Tori, I'm so glad I met you even via chat. I know that's the way I feel. I really do. I love you guys. Hi, Jennifer. Happy New Year to you too. It was so lovely to meet you. I know in person. We were like immediate. It was just really cool. We got along right away. It was really wonderful. So it's just delightful. It's been a really great year. It's been a rough year for some people, but they've won. It's like the critics have won. The live streamers won. All of the restraining orders. I don't know if all of them, because I don't know if they're all done. But the ones that I've been to, they beat Moxon every single time. Moxon, you are an epic fail, epic, and that's Osa too. You are failing miserably, and these guys are winning. Why? Because they have the truth on their side. That's why. Tori's chat is the best. Thank you, Sophie. That's because you're a big help on it. Tori, it was like we had known each other, I know, forever. It's really true. I miss you all the time. I think, oh, I wish you lived closer. I have that a lot with people online. I wish we could all live in like a couple block area and then we could get together and protest and goof around and go out to movies and, what I mean, just have fun together. But this way we get to have fun online, which is wonderful too. And if my brother sees this, Happy New Year to you too, you wild man. I think he's doing a concert tonight, January 1st. So he's a DJ and a wild and crazy guy. So anyway, I I love all of you and I hope we all have a wonderful 2024. It's going to be kind of crazy here in the United States, but we're going to get through it. Arkansas Flamingo, thanks for supporting Tori and all of the other lovely people in the chat. Thank you, Sophie. I didn't even see Arkansas's Flamingo. Let me just a second. Oh, there you go. Loved you since you signed off with peace out. Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, I think I've been for peace since I was, I think, 14. I've kind of been fighting for peace. 2025, not 2024. Did I say 2024? Well, anyway, happy 2025. That's right. We will get through it. God, it's going to be hell. Well, as the lady who owns my nail shop, who did my nails, and I said the same thing. Oh, this year I'm not looking forward to it because of our country being so divided. And she said she's from Vietnam, but she's a really cool lady. She owns the shop, and she said, you know what? We all just need to concentrate on happiness and joy. That's it. She said if everyone did that, we'd have a much better time. And I thought, she's right. She really is. It's like, let's just do that. Like right now, we're all having a good time. We're getting to see each other. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Happy New Year. So let's keep that going because that's all we have to do is keep it going. And she is. She's absolutely right. I know. Hi, Hannah. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I think so too. Happiness and joy. There you go. So anyway, I just wanted to call and tell you guys, call up and sign on and say hi. And it's 2025. It's day one. Woohoo! It's really wonderful to see all you guys as friends too. It's wonderful. It really is. Oh my God, here's another one. Oh, some of these fireworks are outrageous. Dubai, wow. Holy tornadoes. Wow. We had a really weird thing at Spanky's tonight. People need to just love and accept each other. We need all different people to run the world together. Exactly, Sophie. Exactly. Spanky and I were in her house watching, Anderson Cooper and Seth and different things on TV, for we're bringing in the new year. And she has one of those phone things where you can see outside. And she said, "Oh my God, it's really raining outside." And I said, "I don't think so." And she kept looking at her phone, and her door was like 2 feet away. So I got up and I said, "Look, let me just open the door and look outside." And I looked outside and I said, "Nope, it isn't." And she showed me her phone, and it was just like raining like mad. And we're both like, "Wow, that is weird." And she said, "Could it be a sprinkler?" And we, "Nope, it's still raining." Anyway, I said, "Well, I'm just going to wait, and then I'm going to come home." Hey, thank you, Dee. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Very sweet. Anyway, I go outside and the cars are soaked. The streets are soaked. And I realized it's exactly what I said. I said, I think maybe it was just a downpour and then it moved on. And that's what happened. It was super foggy and then it just had this huge downpour and then it moved on. That's it. And usually January 1st, it's almost going to rain, or it did rain, or it's going to rain after. But January 1st, when we have the parade, the sun is out all the time. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. That is very generous. I really appreciate it. I love the little guy on it too. That's funny. Very funny. Well, thank you. My first New Year's gift. I love it. Well, they're still showing Dubai. They're going crazy in Dubai. It's amazing. New Zealand always has good fireworks too. So does Australia. Those guys have really good fireworks, and England has really good fireworks. I have to say, America hasn't done the best on fireworks because you'd think we'd do better because we have the industry and all the. Oh my God. I have to say, whoever is in Dubai and created this fireworks thing is wild. It's all spinning around now. Now, oh, wait a minute. I see. Oh, okay. I wasn't scooting along. Sorry, missed it. You deserve so much more. Ah, thank you, Dee Dee. Okay, Sophie, as Judy says, one doesn't need a good memory if one simply tells the truth. Exactly. That's why I've been that way since I was a very young kid, and it wasn't because of memory. It's just I told you that because my dad was a celebrity, and that one big celebrity was getting, they were like blackmailing him and stuff like that, and we would come to dinner and my parents would be like, "Oh my God, you're not going to believe what's happening now." And I was like only 13. I remember thinking, you know what? That's it. I am never, ever going to go through this in my life. I'm going to just tell people who I am. And if they don't like me, tough, because that's who I am. It's like even my secrets and everything else, I'm just going to tell them. I'm going to tell everybody. And I have all my life. And it's like people are like, "I can't believe you tell people this." And I'm like, "Well, it's who I am. And if they can't handle it, that's up to them." But that's on them. That's not on me. I'm telling them this is who I am. So if you don't like who I am, then move along. Because there's plenty of other people in the world. But as a result of it, I've never worried about, like when I left Scientology, I didn't worry, "Oh God, you're going to tell my secrets." I knew I'd already told everybody my secrets. That's why I had to make up all these phony lies about me. Like I'm a top secret undercover agent, last December. I can't believe they said that even. All right, and let me read this. Wait. Ain't that the truth? Love that. Okay. Wait, I missed what Irish Mart said. Sophie as oh yeah, I read that. That is good. Happy New Year. Hi Victor. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. I love that, Tori. Being honest about who you are is important. It's important, and to me, it's life-saving. It's like I watched these people be tortured, and it was because they had these secrets. And this other guy found out, and he was going to go, all right, pay me so much money, and I won't tell your secrets. And I thought, well, if you already tell people your secrets, nobody can do that to you. And it's been really good for me. So there you go. And that's the way it is. I've been a kind of a crazy person, but at least I admit it. Oh my God. It's still Dubai. They are really going nuts. If you have a TV, you've got to. Oh, wow, Dee Dee. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. How generous. It's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Hi, Witness. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. Isn't it exciting? We have a new year. And I know as much as it could be a wild and crazy year here in the United States, but we're going to make it a good year, one way or the other. Thank you, Dee Dee. Wow, you really are surprising me. Dee Dee, that's really kind. I've thought about it a lot. I had to deal with a lot of compulsive liars in my job. Okay. As you learn how much thoughts and efforts they put in. I know. Thank you, Sophie, for putting all those hearts up there for Dee Dee. It's true. Whoop, whoop. Witness. It's 2025, Magoo. I know. Isn't it exciting? I wasn't going to do a live video. And then I just thought, well, I'll just do it on my phone. I always forget, now with live video. Oh my God, who is that? Thank you. I got to see who that is, though. I don't see. Oh, here it is. Not TD. I don't want. Thank you. Wow, this is really a, an outrageous night. Thank you so much. Thank you for all you do and have done. Oh, Henna Catalyst. Wow, thank you. Because you called, wait, because you called me Henna, my nickname since I was a child. Oh, this keeps switching, but mainly because, sorry, it keeps switching because I got a huge Christmas bonus and ILY. Oh, I don't often, but I've been following you for at least a decade. Wow. Thank you very much, Hannah. I love that. Thank you. It's really a surprise. What a night. What a fun night. Hey everyone, Happy New Year from Witness. Aw, you guys are great. Though I think it's going to be a fun year for all of us. I do one way or the we have to stick together. That's the thing. Just stick together and don't turn on people. That's my thing. I won't get into all that stuff. It's like we need each other. That's the way I feel. I really do. Henna, and thanks for supporting Tori for so long. Absolutely. That's true for all of you. For a decade. Wow, that's intense. Here I am in my bed. I'm all squished up. See, I have like little guys all around me. My little buddies. Here's my security guard. I have a security guard in my room. Somebody gave him to me. I think Bob Minton gave him to me. He's my security guard. All right, Tori, Do you have any cool neighbor friends? Yes, I do. I need to go up and see you again, Tori. You absolutely do. Lucy and Ethel, yeah. My goal in 2025 is to not drink anymore, but my drinking from 2024 is carrying over. All right, well, Jazz, just give it a that's it. The other thing is you can do what my brother does, because my brother's kind of one of my brothers is a drinker, but I taught him how much money it costs to go out and drink. It's because that's what he would do is go out and drink. And B, it's tons of calories, so you get fat easy drinking. So he cut it down a lot. He cut it down and he cut it down and he cut it down, but he did it a little bit at a time. And now I think he said he eats sugar and drinks from Halloween, all through the holidays, like into now. And then from now until Halloween, he just has a little bit of drinking and mostly very little sugar. He really cuts it out. That's his thing. You can do it. It's just do it a little bit at a time and give yourself a break. That's the thing. I think we need to agree to disagree. I tell my children that we have more in common with others than we have in difference. Exactly. I judge people on if they are good, not what religion, political benefits. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Sophie. That's true. Charles, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Thank you. And Elizabeth Glenn, I'm from Park Ridge, my hometown. Woohoo! Yep, I heard you are also. I am. I am. I grew up there. It's my very favorite place that I ever lived is Park Ridge. And that's where Hillary Clinton wrote the book It Takes a Village. And I really think it's based on Park Ridge because Park Ridge is a village. It is. Oh, that's so great. Dee Dee, if I may say that the delete and delete if not okay, Jazz, check out the lifeboat about sobriety and so much more. Hey, yeah, that's right. They do. He does have good tips. That's a good idea. The lifeboat. Thank you for that, Dee Dee. I'm glad. Why would I delete that? No, that's good. I forget. I always forget about him. He's a guy that has some really a good live stream thing with good advice. Thank you for reminding us, and remind us again, Dee Dee, on that one, because that is a good price that people should check out. That's a good goal. I was a big drinker, but I'm not anymore. You can do it. Yeah, you definitely can. It takes, it's like I was 100 pounds overweight for years. In Scientology, it was awful. They wouldn't let me off OT7. I've been a vegetarian for 17 years, but I also do close to zero sugar. I still eat sweets from time to time, though, especially the holidays. I'm not strict about it, but I try to avoid sugar. Good. Well, that's good, Hannah. Absolutely. I'm glad you've heard of him. Oh yeah, definitely. I haven't gone by there though. I need to check it out myself again. I haven't seen him in a while. And I remember when I first saw him, I was like, I forget who mentioned him, but I think it might have been Aaron. But anyway, I went over there and he's a cool guy. He definitely is. I think he had some information on Danny too, didn't he? When Danny Masterson was going to prison, I think he knew some stuff about prison too. Personally, I looked at why I drink and how it affects me, and did I want that? I figured I've had enough good times drinking and no point if it's not as fun. Good, yeah, exactly. That's kind of well, my thing was like I really was worried I was going to die because I was 100 pounds overweight. That's a lot of strain on your organs. And my dad died of a heart attack. And I was getting older and I thought I had been on every diet in the world. You name it, you name it. I'd been on every diet you can possibly think of. And they, like the lady who helped me lose the 100 pounds said, think of the word diet. What are the first three letters? That's right. That's exactly right. Probably Aaron, and yes, he covered Masterson. He is an ex-convict. That's right. And he had really good information on Danny and where he was going and when they switched him and stuff like that. I was following all of that. That was really good. You know that I taught Danny in sixth grade, right? And I knew the family. So when I was in the courtroom, I ran into his mother like three times. And oh man, she can dish out a dirty look. Woo! She hates me. And it's like, look, don't hate me. I didn't rape these women. It's like, look in the mirror, woman. Yes, Tori as ooh, wait, has actual knowledge. Yep, Tori has actual knowledge. Thank you, witness. Really, wow. I think that reliable Reese and the lifeboat Tommy are back together, right? I'm not sure. Wow, interesting. I didn't know that. I hope so, because I think they really got along really well. Sophie, psychological effect of alcohol is pretty bad. Heaps of sugar and fatty liver, which is really bad. Yeah. Yeah, I don't drink. I have like about a beer a month. That's my thing. I have one beer. That's it. I won't drink any other alcohol. I just have one beer. And I that only started I hadn't drank for 30 years. When I was in Scientology, I never drank. And then I got out of Scientology and I was with my friend Andrew and his friend Greg. And we went to a Greek festival in the summer and it was boiling hot. And they had this huge sign, ice cold beer. And I thought, oh man, that sounds so good. And I got one beer and I loved it. But, I don't want to drink. So I just have one drink. I have one beer, about a beer a month. That's it. Or now my son and I get those little, now they have these little kind of a boat of beers, and you can get different kinds of beer, and there are only 4 ounces in them. And we split them up. They give you four little 4 ounce things, and he picks two, and I pick two, and then we share them and stuff. It's fun. But that's it. All right, now hang on just a second. Okay. Yeah, I think the lifeboat. I'm not sure. Is the lifeboat Tommy? Is that the same person? Oh, wait. I lost you guys for a minute. Just a second. Isn't the lifeboat associated with Reese? I think Reese used to go with Tommy, and I think Tommy is part of the lifeboat, if not the guy that is the lifeboat. Such good restaurants in Park Ridge. Did you go to the Pickwick? Of course, I went to the Pickwick every Saturday morning. That we lived at the Pickwick every week. It was the only theater around at the time for years. Yeah, exactly. That was the Pickwick Theater. Oh yeah. What school did you go to? Oh, what school did you teach? Oh, I taught just for a very short time at Mace Kingsley. And all these kids have been kicked out of Delphi because they just kind of turned into mini gang kids. Danny was one of them. And I knew all these kids from most of them from when they were two. So I knew them as good kids. And now they had evolved into these like Nightmare on Elm Street, really snotty kids. Excuse me. And I had put my son there because his friends were there. But I didn't feel like he was learning anything, so I thought I'll go listen to the class. I'll go in and sit in on the class. So I go in the day of the class, and the guy is trying to call roll call, which is just calling their names, who's in the course room, and they're supposed to say here, here, that's it. And these kids are all throwing spitballs around the room and goofing around and telling jokes. And I wrote it up to Debbie, who ran the school, and I said, this is out of control. This is ridiculous. And we had to pay a lot of money for this. It was a private school. And she said, okay, well, you go in and tell him you're going to apprentice him. So I go in and I say to the guy, Debbie told me to just help you out. And he just walks out and leaves. He quits. That's it. I'm out of here. And he quits. So I make a big sign on the door. The only people allowed in this room, because it was sort of like Grand Central Station. And I said, the only people allowed in here are the students, the parents, and me. That's it. And then I made an announcement to the kids. I said, look, I know most of you kids, and this is not who you are. So get it together because I'm going to call roll call. And when I say start and I call your name, you either say here. If you do anything else, I'm going to kick you out. And I mean it. And you know that I mean it. So let's get going. So this is roll call. And I started in and I kicked out 10 kids in about the first six. No, I kicked out 6 kids in the first 10 minutes. It was just like they started acting up, and I'd say, all right, you're out. That's it. And then they'd go, no, 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 no. I said, yeah, 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 yeah. Bye. And that was it. And so as soon as we got rid of those kids, everything started getting better and better and better. All the kids started coming together. It was really fun. And the parents started calling me, thank you. I thought I'd lost my daughter or my son, and now they're back. And it was really cool. Beer is yucky as I sit here drinking a White Russian. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't like beer, but it's the only thing that I drink. I'm not supposed to drink anything because I take medicine. But so that's why I only have like one beer a month. And I have like, Coors Light or something. So it's like sort of like piss water or something. It's not really drinking. Yeah, it's the same person, Tommy. Okay, so Tommy is the lifeboat. Okay, good. Good to know. Hi, Kelly, YouTube fan. Hi. I used to drink wine coolers. Yeah, that sounds good. And 7 sevens. Uh-oh. Wait. Back in the day, I once had a Long Island iced tea. I know my son and I did too once. We split one, thinking it was just iced tea and, a little bit of booze. Wrong. I mean, it's like really heavy duty drink. Yeah, I got so drunk. Yeah. Never drank one of those. Yeah, I never did either. We did it that one time and that was it. Yeah, they did a live together today. All right, Tommy and Reese. Okay, good. So I guess they are back together. Hey, hi, Happy New Year, Kelly YouTube fan. As Oscar Wilde said, everything in moderation, including moderation. Happy New Year, 420 Audits Ireland. All right, nice. LOL Kelly, AKR. Back in those messy days. I'm not sure on that, what you're saying, but you guys are talking to each other, so that's good. Ah, all right. Witness, Tori, I want today to be you when I grow up. Thank you, Dee Dee. Well, you're welcome to be me. I love hearing about your experience at the schools, maybe a series on it. I forget what I just said. What did I just tell you? I forgot it already. I know I just said something and I was thinking that was a good story, but then I forgot what it was. What was it, Sophie? What was I talking about? Mm, I know I have a lot of weird stories of schools. I mean, like I can't remember anything from school. Just to give you an idea, like nothing. If you said, I'll give you $1 billion if you could name one teacher that taught you, I couldn't. I can't. It's awful. I mean, that part of it's really awful. But that's why my mom said, I think maybe you were having little mini, because seizures are like a big rainbow, where there's, like little, kind of like, because I was always like dazing off and bored and stuff like that. And she said, I think those might have been little mini seizures and we just didn't know it. And all the way to, in 18, I had the grand mal seizures. So anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. I love hearing about your experience at the schools. Okay, I don't know what schools I was talking about. Okay, right on, Kelly. Okay, Happy New Year, Queen Tori from, oh, Heidi. Hi. Happy wonderful 2025. I know it's going to be a good year. I think so. Dee Dee, we all want to be Tori when we grow up. Hey, you should be yourself. That's it. Phil, LOL, not LOL true. All right. Well, you guys, ooh, I used to be a bartender. I make a mean Long Island iced tea, but I can't drink them these days. Yeah, I know. That's a lot of booze. It really is. I drink because I run a liquor store. Wow. Which is why your Scientology story about Henry's liquor store is so funny for me. My name is Henry, but I don't really drink liquor, ironically. I mainly drink wine. Wow. Isn't that funny that this, for any of you that missed the story on Henry's liquor store, when I quit college and hitchhiked from Chicago to LA to do Scientology. And then I walked around and looked at it, and there were all these huge pictures of Hubbard, and there were these Sea Org guys marching around, and everyone looked very organized. And I was a hippie, it was just sort of like this was not my crowd, and I should have just turned around and left, but I didn't. And so I'm trying to think where I am on this. Okay, yeah. So anyway, my I called my friend who gave me the Dianetics book and kind of told me to come out here, and I said, I don't know. And he goes, well, go in and ask for John Hildebrand. He's on the big course. So I said, okay. So I think, okay, these have got to be regular people. I'll go in and ask. And so I go in and I say, I want to talk to John Hildebrand. He's on the big course. And this lady says, you can't. He's on course. He'll call you at 10:30. So anyway, long story short, I go out to another guy's house. We get stoned. Then John Hildebrand calls me and says, I'll come out and get you. He comes out and gets me and brings me back to Asho. And outside Asho, which used to be on Temple Street, and it was a building by itself, but all the briefing course students were there, and they would stay outside for like a half an hour afterwards, talking to each other and sharing different things that they realized on course and stuff like that. And so Hildebrand sat me in his car and he said, well, what's up? And, what are your considerations? And I said, well, I don't like that. Why do they have up all those big pictures about that guy? And he says, oh, don't worry. That's just Hubbard. It's like we don't care about those anyway. And I said, okay. And what about all these people marching around in military uniforms? I mean, I've been fighting the Vietnam War for 2 years. And he said, no, no, that's the Sea Org. That's not us anyway. And he said, well, what do you want to do with Scientology? And I said, I want to be an auditor. And he said, all right, well, let's go out and meet the auditors. But before he did that, he went to Henry's liquor store and he bought a 6-pack of beer and sat down in the car with me. And I thought, well, he drinks beer. He can't be all bad because they seem so robotic. And it was so funny that that was my kind of consideration on it, that it was like, well, he can't be all bad. He drinks beer. And that's funny, Henry, that's your name. Wow, that's really cool. And that Sophie used to be a bartender. Wow, that's cool. All right, now Dee Dee, have you seen Tori's complete library of over 1,000 videos? There's a lot of information. That is true. That is true. I only drink wine too. 4 bottles a night? Oh, you're lying. Yeah, you're just kidding. I knew it. I used to sing, but ironically, I had a roommate for a while who was an ex-Sea Org guy and a friend of mine for since the 70s. And he left in the 90s, and then I left after him. And so we were friends. His wife was my best friend, and she stayed in. And so he would drink on the weekend, and I didn't know that Scientology steals your garbage. If you're, I don't know if they still do. I don't know, but they used to steal garbage, and so they would invite. This is in 2000, and they would invite me. Different people would invite me to lunch. They'd want to meet me, and many of them were real people that were, in the community, or they worked at a college, or they were critics or ex-Scientologists, but a bunch of them were OSA, right? And I could always tell them because they would invite me to lunch, and I'm not a drinker, right? And at lunch they would say, "Would you like a glass of wine?" And I would think, why the hell are they asking me if I want a glass of wine at lunch? And then I realized, oh, wait a minute. These are the guys that steal the garbage. And in my garbage are tons of bottles of wine from John on the weekend drinking. So it was really funny. And so I would go, you know what, you're not trained enough to do this. And they'd look really surprised and I'd say, you need to get more trained. I can tell you, you don't know what you're doing. And I'd start recruiting them to do the next level of a course or something. And they'd blow out of the restaurant and they'd be on the phone talking to Gavino. And I'd yell out, you could tell him to go screw himself. It was really funny. I used to sing very well after I got chronically ill and on portable oxygen. My voice kind of went away. Now, this is Kelly, all right. I used to be a center soloist in my church choir and school choirs second grade. Wow. And did your voice come back? Are you better? Or do you still have whatever it is where you said you're chronically ill? Are you still on portable oxygen? And that's for what? Kind of miss those white Russian frozen slushes. I don't want to get everybody getting, they want to go out and get drunk. City of Angels, hi, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Tori, LKR means I know right. I know right? I know right. Okay. All right. I don't get what I know right means. I mean I don't get it. I just don't. Tori, but thank you for explaining that it means I know right. I'll just have to try to figure it out, or you can tell me a little more about it, or someone else can. Tori, you were talking about when you first started at Scientology school with the children, oh, who were kicked out of the other schools. Okay, what happened when they started to come together? Okay, good. I thought you meant me going to school, and I'm like, I don't have any memories of me in school. So I was sort of like, did I tell you something about me being in school? Because I honestly, like I said, you could pay me $1 billion, and I'd be like, I don't, it isn't there. I don't have. I might have a memory of getting on a bus going to school. That's about it. I don't have. I think I went to prom, but I don't remember it. I don't remember any of my classes or any of the schooling. That's why I'm always reading, trying to catch up, because I always feel like I missed all the schooling that everyone, I mean, I can read and I can write and I can do math, sort of, not really great, but I can. But, and I love to read, so I have tons of books. If you look here, I'll show you here. Here's all my, here's all my books right here, right next to me. No, wait. Oh, wait. Let's see. See? I don't know if you can see them. Can you see them? Did you see them? Can't tell if you can see them. And here's some more books. I'm like a book fiend, but I'm always catching up. Oop. Okay, Tori, you were okay. So thank you, Sophie, for explaining that. Yeah, so that's the me teaching Scientology. Me around the Scientology schools and different things. So I could tell you about that because I remember it. So thank you. Thank you for letting me know, though. And Dee Dee, Tori, I love that you're honest about your forgetfulness and brain disorders. I have the same, and some people just can't relate. But again, that's the thing where you just tell them, and you go, if you can't relate, I get it, and you don't, you don't have to be my friend. It's up to you. I'd like to be your friend, but You have things just like this is the other thing I point out to people. We all have disabilities of some sort, whether they're real physical disabilities or just, shit that we have that, we do, each of us, that isn't something great. And it might be we drink, or it might be we eat too much, or we cut people off all the time when they talk, or other people talk all the time, they never shut up. It's just like everyone has stuff that people kind of go, ugh, if if I could just get them to do this instead of that, that would help. But a lot of times you can't. So the difference is people with disabilities, you can see them. So you feel like you can talk about them. And I learned that from Scientology because everyone wanted to talk about epilepsy with me. So after a while, just got used to, it's like take it or leave it. It's like I can't change. I have what I have. If you can't handle it, get another friend. I don't, and I really early on realized I don't need anyone. It's like I love people and I love having friends, but if they can't handle me, that the line ends there. It's like if you can't handle that I have memory problems, then let's not waste our energy together. And to me, it's kind of a good thing. It's like, okay, I really can't stand being around you because you can never remember anything. Okay, well, then there you go. That ends that, and we won't waste any more time. Have a good day, good luck, and I'll see you around the ranch. That's the way I feel. It kind of saves time. Anyway, Happy New Year. Everyone's saying Happy New Year. I'm glad I came on, huh? I wasn't going to. Your hippie story is fascinating to me. Which one? The one that I was a hippie or that I joined Scientology? I have a lot of hippie stories. Those ones I definitely remember. And they're funny too. Okay, so Felix. Oh, this is City of Angels. I love you. Okay. Oh, Feliz Año Nuevo. Atados. I love you. Ooh, nice one, City of Angels. I'm so happy you're talking to people about Scientology in Spanish. It's so great. It really is. What does ASHO mean? It means the American Saint Hill. When I read Dianetics, they had in the back for more information. And I was in Chicago at the time, right? And they had a Chicago org there, but I didn't know it. And it turned out it was really awful. So it's a good thing I didn't know it. But it said in the book, for more information, you could go to Saint Hill, England, or American Saint Hill in Los Angeles. And I knew I couldn't make it to England. I didn't have that much money, and I had an argument with my dad, and he said, oh, he called me up at college, and he goes, "Go to bed. Now look at me. What time is it now? It's 3:15 in the morning here. I'm a night owl. I've always been a night owl. My grandfather was a doctor, and I used to say, 'Wake me up if you have to go on calls.'" And he would. He'd say, "All right, come on, let's go." And he'd grab his little black bag, and we'd go, and I'd go with him, and I was fine. I'd wake up, get dressed, put on a dress and go with them. And it was really fun. I really liked it. So now my dad calls me in college and says, "It's time for you to go to bed. It's 10:30." And I said, "Dad, I'm in college. Leave me alone." And he just kept bugging me. And I finally said, "All right, that's it." And I hung up. And I wrote on my mirror, because he said it's our morals or no school. And I didn't want to go to college anyway. By now I'd realized I'm never going to make it through college. I just didn't have what it took. I wasn't going to stay in it that long. And so I wrote on the mirror, "Your morals are no school, screw you." And I never said it to my father, ever. But I did. And I packed my little bag and I hitchhiked from Chicago to LA in 1969 by myself. I mean, to this day, I think, oh my God, can't believe I did that. But I did a lot of things that I can't believe I did. Tori, getting stoned back in the hippie era, so cool. I know it was. It was really fun. I had a lot of good times then. Oh, that LRH freak. We don't do that. And those Sea Org, nah. That's I know it's kind of funny, but it really was the way it was. And it was like, here, have another beer. And it was like, it's like, hold my beer. Nah, we don't like that guy with the with the pictures. It was a perfect handling for me. Perfect. I mean, it really was. I love that story, Tori. Thank you, witness. I know, it's kind of fun. Hey, Tori, I'm thinking about joining Weight Watchers. Good. Now, wait, hang on. There's something in front of what you wrote. Um, Now, wait a second. Where's, hey, oh, no, wait. Where did that thing go where you're going to join Weight Watchers? Okay, Tori. Oh, wait, wow, this really, IKR means the person is agreeing with you. Oh, I know, really? Okay. Oh, okay. Good morning, witness. All right. Definite trouble source. Definite trouble source. Hi, Happy New Year. Definite trouble source. Good nickname. Good nickname. I'm trying to find. Ah, darn it. No, I can't find it. Kelly, it's not bad for you, but I'm sure not in excess. I went through phases. I drank bourbon. I love gin and tonic. But for most of the last 20 years, I've mainly drank Pinot Noir. I like that too. I do. Haha, Tori, I have some college and math still. Baffles me. Me too. Thank God for our phones. I love all the books, Tori. I know I have tons of books. I always say I could start a library. Tori, I was able to get off portable O2. Okay. After my gastric sleeve surgery. Oh, cool. I was on O2 because of a few chronic medical issues, congestive heart failure, asthma, pulmonary hypertension. Wow. Well, good for you. It sounds like you're doing better. Happy New Year, near death Nancy. Wow, what happened there? So happy to see you still on YouTube. Thank you. Me too. It's a new year. I figured I better come on and say hi to you guys. I didn't know if you'd be up or not. Tori, please respect. I'm a Spanish person. I know you are. Of course I respect it. What are you talking about? But but I totally respect it. That's why I'm saying I love that you talk to the people in Spanish because you speak Spanish. You're a Spanish person. And so you understand when they say something back. Like I can say buenos dias, right? But then if they say something back, I don't know what they're saying, right? But you do. And that I love. Yep, that's right, Tori. I agree. We all have something. Nobody's perfect. Exactly. Yes, Tori. No one here is perfect, so we can just be kind and have understanding. Exactly. Tori, my singing and speaking voice still isn't as strong as it used to be, but things could always be worse. Yes, I'm very lucky to be here. Very true, Kelly. I'm really glad you have that viewpoint. Definite trouble source, and it's okay to have problems with some organs. Exactly. But not others like your brain. Well, mental health isn't given the same respect as other organs, but it's all the same thing. Yeah, I think everything it's all, each person has their stuff that they have to deal with. Sorry, I don't think your memory is that bad. You get back on track pretty quickly. Yeah, that was the thing I told you. DOA actually for I'm 77. All of my friends know that I have this condition. DOA walked into my life, spent 3 hours here at my house, and at the end said, you know what? You don't really have a memory problem. You just need one word and then you're back. And I thought, oh my God, he's right. And that's something that'll be with me for the rest of my life. I mean, it really will. And I always tell people that kind of thing, you never know when you're going to be able to help someone and change their life. Wait, hang on. Ooh, now where did everybody go? Okay, here you are. When I was younger, this is Kelly, I always tried to have everyone like me. After 40, I said, okay, like me or don't. Yeah, exactly. I love the story about your grandfather. I know, me too. He was so great. If you think I'm a good storyteller, it's from my grandfather and my father. But my grandfather was awesome. I mean, to this day, he grew up in North Dakota, and he used to tell us on his way to school, these wolves came. And I mean, when I say it, it's not going to be that exciting because he was a storyteller, so he knew how to drag it on and really get you into it. And we're in bed, and we're all in bed with our covers on and everything. And he'd come in and he'd say, we'd say, "Oh, come on, Granddad, tell us a story." And he'd say, "Okay, well." One time when I was on my way to school, I was going to the bus stop, and these wolves came after our teacher and ate her. And we're like city kids, right? We're like, wolves ate your teacher? And to this day, I swear to God, we're all like, we're not really sure. I mean, I think the only person who's sure is my son, because he said, "Mom, wolves don't eat people." They really don't. But we the children who heard him say it were like, I'm really not sure whether the wolves really ate his teacher or not. But, but he was a great storyteller. He really was. And the other thing was that he would always, I mean, he was like Mr. Cool. Like you could call him up, it didn't matter what. He was dying. And my mother said, "You've got to call your grandfather. This is, he's at the end of the rope." And I thought he'd really sound horrible. And I called him up and I said, "Granddad, how you doing?" And he goes, "Oh, fair to middling," which was always what he'd say. "Oh, I'm fair to middling." And it was just like, unbelievable. He's out on his deathbed and he's fair to middling. Anyway, I gotta see. I think I missed this. Let's see, Kelly, same here. We get to the point where it just doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, true. Okay, City of Angels, I've been wanting to do a post about why I deleted all my Scientology videos. Oh, you did? But I've been lazy. It's personal, but no matter what, I support the cause. Ah, I'm sorry you deleted them though. That would have. I'm trying to find someone who will start a YouTube site who speaks Spanish and can tell people in Spanish, what's going on and how Scientology is after the Spanish community because they really are. They're really targeting them. And I need someone that speaks Spanish that can make the videos. Dee Dee, you deleted something. Witness, Tory, definite trouble source is Erika from Clearwater. She protested flag. Oh, good. Oh, Erica. All right. Well, hi. Thank you. I hope that's okay with her that you told her that. But anyway, I'm glad she protested flag. City of Angels. You have to do what is best for you and aligns with your heart. I agree with that, Sophie. That's right. But if you can talk to other people, you might be able to find somebody that's a critic and that speaks Spanish, and that would be a way for you that you could help, where you don't have to do the video, but you could find someone who could. You could help me find someone. I'm trying. I'm always mentioning it. I got your name right. Yes, I hope. Okay. Happy New Year from the UK. All right. Happy New Year. I just watched your um, New Year's fireworks. Happy New Year to you. Dee Dee, Tori, I will be in Napa mid-March. I will see if I can work out meeting you. It's it's a stop on my way to Savannah, but I would sure like to do it. Yeah. The Napa is I think up by San Francisco though, right? I think. I think. I don't know for sure, but I think it is. But I would love to meet you, Dee Dee. So yeah, wait, let me see. You're going to do that mid-March. Okay, so just let me know ahead of time. Happy New Year, Tori from Moose on the Deuce. All right. Oh, it's so fun that all you guys are coming on here. I thought it'd be way too late. I thought, you guys aren't going to come on. I love people that tell our storytellers. Me too. That's from my grandfather and my dad. My dad was great at that too. Wolves gobbled up the teacher. I know. I'm telling you. I mean, if you could, we're city kids. We were like, a wolf ate your teacher? And for years we've talked about it. Did the wolf really eat his teacher? And my son, then I gave birth to my son, and when he got a little older, he said, Mom, wolves don't eat people. Come on, snap out of it. It's just a story. You guys, DOA is very kind person. Yes, he's loud, but he's all about the cause. I've been around him. I know he's a good person. I don't think anybody's saying he's not. Yes, definite trouble source witness. Aw, right on, Tory. Fair to Midland. I know. I love that. City of Angels agree DOA is very passionate about the cause. Yeah. I like him a lot. I'll always thank him for, what he gave to me. But I don't like it when he yells, like when he yelled at those firemen the other day. I don't like that. I just don't. Me personally, I don't think it helps anything. It certainly doesn't help them. They're not going to go, oh, we should listen to these people. Do you know what I mean? That's not going to happen. When you start calling them, it's just like anybody calling somebody names. You kind of are moved down the list of who you're going to listen to. It's not going to be somebody that's calling you a jerk. And he may think they're jerks, but my thing is like try to move around the negative and find the positive. That's just the way I am. But I'm a glass is half full. I'm not a glass is half empty. I'm not. But I agree he's very passionate and he's a good guy overall. It's interesting how people can treat people very differently. To some they are lovely and kind and others they are hostile and nasty. Yep, very true, Sophie. Witness, yep, agree, Sophie. Dee Dee, COA, I agree. Bit of divided the community. I think you meant, but he divided the community. I think that's what you're saying. And that's the community has its own problems. So it's like we just have to get along. That's all there is to it. It's not. It doesn't help to just be attacking each other. There's no. I don't see any goodness in that. Definite trouble source. Witness, I'll be disappointed if I find out I'm not in the flag notebook of protesters. If not, I'll have to put on my submission to OSA. Yeah, I'm definitely in it. I was, it was funny because a lot of the people I'd never even heard of. So they missed the boat on a lot of them. City of Angels, I spoke to Spanish people, letting them know it's a cult, and they got upset at me, so I gave up on them. Hmm. Well, did you use the Truman Show example? Because that's the one that helped me with a lot of people, where they get upset about it. And then I'd say, have you ever seen the movie The Truman Show? And most of them would go, oh, yeah. And I'd say, that's Scientology. That's really all you have to know. And for the Spanish community, you have to know that they're actually targeting you and your children. And believe me, I know Spanish people. They're very, very family oriented. They don't want their families broken up. Dee Dee, yes, between Sacramento and San Francisco, my hometown. Ooh, nice. Okay, witness definite trouble source. Yeah. Tomorrow is Thursday. OSA. It will be 2 p.m. soon. Delicious tacos trucks. Just walk out the door. I heard those Sea Org tacos are, but you have the knowledge. IAS Raz. Okay. Sophie, yes, we do need to just get along, Tori. I agree. I'm definitely not here for petty disputes despite individuals. This is about a multi-billion-dollar cult that's exploiting and hurting people. That's right. Irish Smart. That's the beauty of all these different channels. There's something for everyone. That's true. That part of it I like. I do. And some people, they kind of like fighting and stuff, and that's okay. That if that's their thing, that's the way it is. It's not my thing. That's all I'm saying. Yep, the Truman Show is pretty spot on point to the whole cult analogy. Well, I'll tell you, when I've said this before, but in case for people that are new or they're listening and they're not saying their name, when I first escaped out, and I didn't know I was going to escape out, but I ended up escaping out. And when I got with a bunch of critics, they all said, "How could you be in something for 30 years and not get it?" They were really kind of shocked. And I said, and Jesse Prince was with me, who had been speaking out against the church for years. He helped run the church with Miscavige. And I said to these guys, "Have you ever watched The Truman Show?" And they all went like this, "Oh, yeah." And I said, "That's Scientology. That's all it is." And Jesse took me aside and he said, "Do you understand? We have spent hours and hours trying to explain to these people why Scientology is dangerous and bad. And in 5 minutes, you've made it concise for them so they understand." I mean, it was really cool. It really was. All right, City of Angels, guys, please let's focus on people joining the cult. The one ends our lost cause. Well, easy for you to say because you don't have any family or friends that are in, but for me, I don't agree with you. I'm always going to concentrate on both. I'm going to educate people so they don't get into the cult, but I also am educating people so that they leave because I know people wake up and leave all the time, and it's very important for we who know our loved ones are in there. It's important to us, but you don't have to. You're right. So when you say, "Please, let's focus," I mean, to the people that have knowledge and can help people wake up, I say, do it. Use your knowledge. If you don't have it, then you don't need to be, trying to get people out. I know we're having an impact on those that are in. Don't give up on them. Thank you. Exactly. After all, there are a lot of former Scientologists. That's right. There's thousands of us now that are out. Not sure I agree with you about C of A. Mm, I don't know what C of A is. Sorry, City of Angels. Sorry, guy MS. I don't know what you mean, City of Angel, either. So what are you and Witzes talking about? I'd love to see the Dr. Minkoff guy out of there so he doesn't medically unalive anyone else. Yeah, I agree on that one for sure. But I wouldn't, that's one of those things where he's going to have to come to me. I'm not going to go to him. Sophie, valid point, Tori. It's easy to forget that people have people they love in there, and all the exes we love were once in there too. There is hope. Yeah, and people wake up and they leave, like me. I mean, if Andreas had thought like you do, City of Angels, he was never in. And if he'd been like, forget it, they're a lost cause, I would still be in. That's the truth. The fact is, Andreas took the time to go, "Here's my hand. If you want to get out, I'll help you." And he didn't say that. He said a whole different thing, which I've said many times. But he did offer his hand, and that helped me get out. It did. So you can't give up on people. I agree, Kelly. Lots of people can walk and chew gum at the same time. I can't, but but I deal with each person. It's like some people, Tori, that's beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. I mean, Andreas saved my life. He really did. And it was a matter of him going, hey, if you want to hand out, let's talk. And if he had even said that, I wouldn't have talked to him. The only reason I talked to him is because he helped me. Do you see what I mean? I was a member. He was not. He saw that I didn't know how to format on the internet. And so he sent me an email and he said, Magoo, no one can understand what you're saying because you're not formatting your posts. I'm going to teach you how to because I said, I don't even know how to format. I don't know what it is. And he said, well, I'm going to show you. And he sent me a link and he said, just click on this link and that will format your post. And that was the beginning of our conversation. It was like, oh my God, this guy helped me. I mean, like, really helped me. And I thought, I've got to send him a thank you note because that was my mom's thing. If somebody helps you, send him a thank you note. Or if somebody gives you something, send them a thank you note. So they had the little blue thing, it's like the email up in the top of the computer. And I thought, well, and I looked around like, is there anybody that's going to see this? I mean, I was in my house, right? There was nobody in my house, but I was still that frightened. And I finally clicked on it and said, Dear Andreas, thank you. And he put, Dear Magoo, you're welcome. But he had all of his full name, his full address, phone number, and his cell phone number. And Scientology had me using phony numbers, phony names, phony addresses, all this stuff. And I thought, here he is, the biggest SP on the planet, and he's being honest. And we're supposed to be the essence of truth, and we're being complete liars. And that was the beginning of a great friendship. Really was. Sorry, guys, I just want to focus on that. Won't join. Okay, that's good. That's vital. I'm not saying don't do it. You don't have to be sorry. It's fine, City of Angels. Concentrate on that. That's a key thing that needs to happen. It's a multi-tangled approach, spreading awareness of the cult to help prevent new people joining, planting the seeds of doubt to help those in wake up, and getting officials to see the abuses. Exactly, Irish Mart. Per- Perfectly said. I agree 100%. Witness, I agree, Tori. The help comes in the most unexpected ways sometimes. Yeah, I mean, truly, it shocked Andreas and me. I mean, later we talked about it, and I really thought he was this great guy trying to help me. And he said, no, I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. And I just thought, I'll teach you this. But it was just him being him. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't like, well, I'm going to help get this girl out. That wasn't it. Never ends need focus too, but we can help both never ends and those who were in. We know what you mean, City of Angels. Yeah, totally. Irish Smart, exactly. Go for it, City of Angels. I support your direction. I do too. I think we all do. This is a really important lesson you share about Andreas. Be kind to those in the cult. You might be helping another Magoo 44 to leave. Exactly. I mean, all of these people, Scientology had been sending me out to handle the critics for years, since 1979. Now we're in 2000. I mean, 79 I started helping them in Clearwater. And then it went for a long time where I didn't do anything. But in the 90s, they started sending me out to handle the critics because they were out protesting outside the church. And they'd have me go down there and try to handle them. And so a lot of them were screaming at me all the time, yelling, just like a lot of people do. And I never heard any of it. It was just like, I call it plexiglass, where it just bounced off. I didn't hear it at all. And the only guy I heard before Andreas was a guy who, I've told this a million times, but he came up and said, you know, can I ask you a question? I said, sure. And he said, if you're free, Why can't you read certain books? And you guys know the rest of the story, but that was the beginning of someone being kind and really interested, and that really helped me. So I think it's an important thing to try to communicate because they're supposed to be the essence of communication, and they're not. It's tricky though. Every protester and activist helps. Exactly. I completely agree with you. Yeah, me too. And Happy New Year. Everyone is allowed to be a different perspective. Certainly, City of Angels. We're with you. We support you. Each protester has their own special skills and approaches to help the cause. Also, behind the scenes, people help too. That is very true, Kelly. I had one guy, I mean, I've had a bunch of people help me, but one guy, I've always been kind of a bad speller. And I always thought bail, like BAIL, was like for bail bonds, because you see it bail bonds, right? So I thought, well, that can't be it. And I would always write at the end of my post, bail while you still can. And I would put BALE. And he would send me a little link, an email saying, it isn't BALE, it's BAIL, is bail. And every time I would misspell it, he would send me a little thing reminding me. And I never got it right. So finally, I get this book in the mail. It's one of the three books that weren't allowed to be sent. I think it was Barefaced Messiah. And he sent it to me. And inside is a drawing of a an airplane and a guy bailing out of it. And he goes BAIL. He's bailing out of it. And then he had a drawing of a bale of hay, BALE. And that's when I finally got it. But I thought, what a sweet man to do that. It was just very touching that someone would go to that length, but he did. Your kindness might just unlock some piece of logic to get them out. It's true. I mean, Andreas really didn't know he was going to be able to create the effect he did. That's key witness. MD Media 18 Matt has been very successful in getting some Scientologists to talk with him. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, see, some people they don't really see them as critics, and so they might just talk to you. Andreas, I know. Okay, I don't stream and talk to Scientologists all the time. The camera keeps them away. Yeah, I think you're right on that one. They have their own self-censoring thing that they do. I really kind of I really have a kind heart towards Wolfie. He's always been nice to me. I wish he was out of Scientology. I don't think I know who Wolfie is, but you'll have to show me next time I see you. That's amazing, DTS. Oh, definite trouble source. Yeah, yep. All right, kids. Well, we've been on for an hour and 18 minutes. So it's been a wonderful time chatting with you. I could stay up all night and talk to you, but I've got to go get some sleep. And you guys probably should too. So anyway, to all of us, have a great day. Have a wonderful first day of the new year. And thank you for coming on and thank you for your generosity. And good night, everyone. Happy New Year. Thank you. If I could type, I would say Happy New Year to you too, but I can't because I'm holding my phone. Educo N. All right. Well, Happy New Year to you too. And thank you to all of you. I love you and I thank you for listening and I thank you for contributing and caring. Witness. Thanks, Tori. Great to see you this new year. Good night, everyone. That's right. Good night. I've got to remember how to end this. Good night, Sophie. Enjoy the new year. All of you have a wonderful first day. Remember joy and happiness. All right. I love you. All right. I'll see you soon. See you now in this new year. Bye. Hugs and hugs and hugs.